everybody, and welcome back to the Mosk Pod. We are on our 29th episode, and we have a very special guest today, so we'll get into that as we roll along this episode. I'm glad to see you all back. It's been 2 weeks now, I think. We had the Easter break, and Easter Monday we had uh, no day classes, so we got thrown off with the Mosk Pod a little bit there. So a little limited on episodes. We'll get to our 30th, very big milestone, next Monday at 4 o'clock. I hope to have more guests on this, next month before we are all done. And we wrap up for, the college career and the Moss Pod overall, which is very emotional that it's coming to an end soon. Let's not think about that. Let's, you know, have a great few episodes. I look forward to, again, using our guests here, and also creating different content as we go forward, ending this semester. Um, so, without further ado, I'm going to introduce him. We got Tyler Gill in the house today. Uh, Tyler, do you have a nickname? Like, I've heard you called a few things before.
Well, it varies. A lot of people call me Ty. Team Money's a big one for me on campus.
Okay.
It varies.
Do you prefer any?
Any single nickname is fine with me, and my regular name is good too. So.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Team Money because I like that a lot.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm gonna use that
right.
from now on.
Bet.
We are so glad to have you on the Moss Pod today for our 29th episode. Yeah.
Thank you.
And we look forward to learning about you. So I guess before I get into any questions, we've had a very interesting past week, I would say. Even past hour, watching that solar eclipse outside. What did you think of that, by the way?
The solar eclipse is really, really cool right now, actually. Everybody is outside on campus. I never seen it this packed in so long since like orientation or like the beginning of like the first semester. It's just crazy. And the sun itself right now looks extraordinary. It might even be like an Instagram story or something on my Instagram after this.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Totally understand. It's a Monday too, and
I know.
Yeah, campus. I did not expect that. I've seen it for the past hour, few hours actually today. Yeah, Murphy Green, which is right outside of where we are in the studio. It's been packed all day.
Oh, yeah.
And it's very interesting to see. All for a good occasion. We're watching the moon pass the sun. Special glasses were really cool. You can see right at where the moon is. It did get pretty dark. And
I actually have a pair right now.
You do?
Yeah.
You want to show it a little
absolutely.
closer? Or you want me to?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I can see it.
Right there. Yep. There he is. And yes, those are the glasses you wear when you try to look at the moon and, not blind yourself looking at the sun. So those are pretty cool. They had limited edition, but, it was pretty crowded out there. They did run out and, everyone was sharing. Good stuff, though. Good stuff on campus. Just to get everyone together for that occasion. Really cool to see.
Absolutely.
Campus active. And then the other thing, Tyler, we were in the library.
The earthquake?
Yes. Was
it?
Oh
my God.
It was Friday, right?
Yes, it was.
It was Friday. I almost forgot that.
I remember it really, really well. I remember sitting next to you and you, and I looked at each other when the earthquake was like shaking the library, and you looked at me and said, "I'm scared."
I did.
I'm scared.
I kind of knew what it was, but I just didn't expect it at that moment.
I don't think anybody did. Some people even said that they didn't feel the earthquake.
Really?
Yeah. So when I got out, everybody was talking about it. It was all over Instagram, all over Snapchat.
Oh, yeah.
It was popping.
No, for sure. Yeah. The whole library, man. It was shaking. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. At first, I thought it was like a truck was passing by, but I'm like, nah, that's gotta be something more than that. Why would a truck do that?
Yeah, and for that long too.
Mm-hmm.
No, it lasted a good 10 seconds maybe.
Yeah.
But no, pretty interesting stuff. Just the whole shaking aspect. Did you feel it later on too? I know I saw you at the musical thing, wherever it was at Bronxville.
Yeah.
There was actually an after effect to the earthquake.
I didn't feel the aftershock.
Okay, because it was very like it was a little noticeable, but it wasn't anything like
Mm-hmm.
the original one. But I definitely, yeah, that definitely not struck me, but like hit me like to surprise.
Mm-hmm.
That came. And glad to have you next to my side, right?
Absolutely, yes.
I just I would have been able to handle it alone, but like, yeah, it's just always good to have someone
Got you.
during
I'm a
that
good
moment.
support buddy. I'm right here.
So yeah, let's get into you a little bit.
Okay.
So, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good actually. Good day. I worked out this morning. Went to my classes. Saw a solar eclipse. I'm chilling.
Yeah, it's a great
Good
Monday.
vibes.
It's even nice weather outside.
Oh.
Listen,
I'm not even wearing a jacket right now. It's that nice out.
nah,
Just me and
It-
my Mickey Mouse shirt.
it's crazy. It's like mid 60s.
Oh yeah.
Eh, Weather's headed in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Yeah.
And how was your weekend? I know you went to the auto show,
I
right?
did go to the auto show. I went with one of my friends who lives up in the same hall as me, called East.
Okay.
We both went together.
There
We
you
got some food at Av Deli, then went on the Metro North, went to the auto show, sticked around in the city for a bit, went to shop around in Times Square. I went back afterwards to my apartment in the city because I live very close by.
Okay.
And after that, saw one of my friends I haven't seen in a while, and went back on campus for a rehearsal for our show, which is coming up actually, at 12th night, April 12th to 14th. So if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, go to ionatickets.com after this video. It'll
Make
be
sure
right
you
there.
do. Yep. Make sure you do. See my boy T Money in it and the rest of the crew.
Oh yeah,
I know we have.
it's a large cast this year.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Very good. And no, listen. I hope to make it to one. If I'm around, I'm definitely gonna go and support my crew out there.
Absolutely.
That's
Thank
what
you.
that's what Gale Nation is all about.
Oh,
Supporting
absolutely.
your fellow Gales
Hey,
and all
fight the
that.
good fight.
There you go. So can you tell me or can you tell our viewers just a little about yourself and a little bit about life coming up to I would say before Iona because that's a different question.
Wow.
So
Hon-
before
Honestly,
If you
like before Iona, I was looking still at colleges. I was a senior in high school, and I was going into the transition of being a normal teenager at high school to pretty much now an adult at college. And it was a very, very quick but very fast transition for me, just personally speaking, because beforehand, um, I was actually in a relationship beforehand, which ended before my college career started. But now that I'm here, it really took a different toll on me, as in, joining so much stuff in college from high school itself, being a part of like so many different clubs, making sure I go to my classes on time, um, and making a whole entire like new group of friends, growing a whole entire community. But I would also say like even before college, in high school, it was kind of the same for me. Like I had a lot of friends. I also was involved in a bunch of stuff in high school, and overall, I was living life, and I still am to this day.
There you
Just
go.
gotta balance like the matter of like having fun, but also working, because you don't want to overstress yourself, but also you don't want to like go out of what you're supposed to be grinding your way for. And that's what matters. It's like a balance.
for sure. And we had COVID hit. Was that during your high school career?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
My freshman year, we went remote fully for the
Right.
first second half, and then I went to my sophomore year, and we were kind of in person, but also like online, and that's when I was like going into the building, and then I was doing school online. And during the period of time, like during COVID, I was still living with my family, obviously, and I was seeing very little friends. Um, and I couldn't see everybody, like, due to, like, um, everybody living around the same period of time as COVID happened. I only saw, like, a few people that were super close by, but then again, not as much. I didn't really let that, like, affect my time during, like, high school. I try to make it as fun as possible, you know?
And that's very important. Yes.
Yeah. So I was very, very into doing that, and I'm just very glad that my high school career did not end up in a dump. Thank goodness.
Yeah. And you were able to bounce back, or stay the same. Since you, I guess, handled it pretty well, you were able to then build off sophomore, junior, senior year, or did sophomore year have effects too?
So sophomore year did have a little bit of effect, yes, but I was still going into school because it actually opened.
Okay.
But they didn't do like every single day you were in school. They had to do some days that they were remote. But
Okay.
when it came to my junior year, we were fully in person, but we did not have masks. I mean, we did have masks. Sorry, senior year we didn't have masks, and then that's when everything was changing for the better. And now I'm in my freshman year. Nobody wears a mask around college.
So yeah, you came perfect timing.
I really did.
To Iona. Yeah, Iona had, if the viewers don't know, I'm a senior and I did come in during COVID, so I did not know where I'd be today. Honestly, the past 2 years have been it's been a life changing experience. But yeah, freshman, sophomore, no idea. But I don't know, Tyler. You would understand, right? If
yeah.
the only thing open was the front part of Vitanza, which is our dying hall.
Mm-hmm.
The library was very limited. It had one computer open for printing. That's it. No, gym wasn't open. Nothing like that.
Oh my god.
It was just get dinner, go back to your room, do your work, sleep, get on your Zoom call for class, and get more dinner, whatever. It was so basic, but I I didn't even know where anything was, honestly.
That's very rough. I'm glad that now it's pretty much all back to normal.
It's so much
now.
different, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that it came back eventually, junior year full, but sophomore year second half was a little better. You could see an uphill climb from there.
Oh yeah.
More openness and positivity
Mm-hmm.
coming about on
Absolutely.
campus. Junior year was the light in my college career that lit in time. I did room with 4 people.
Okay.
I was a single or one half a semester before he left. I had one roommate. Uh, 4 guys that really changed my career. Honestly,
That's good. That's good. I'm very glad.
it helped me get involved more.
Good.
But yeah, I only took a turn junior year for the better. I would definitely say that.
Absolutely.
And I don't know. I've seen a lot of growth in Iona since that COVID peak that we got over. And it's a growing school, honestly, with the leadership and everyone taking over, especially my guy T Money taking over. He's a part of the future of Iona, and seeing him grow from here these next 3 years. He's got a long time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I look forward to seeing your growth. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You have to let me know. How it's going always.
Mm-hmm.
A main question here too. I know you explained college or the high school effect, getting involved, stuff like that, and past life stuff like that. Why did you choose Iona? What was the main purpose or goal or something that attracted you? Why Iona?
Well, it's very interesting you ask because I was looking at so many different schools at the time, my junior to senior year,
Mhm.
and a lot of the schools were more D3 schools than really D1. So it was like Fairleigh Dickinson was a big one, Adelphi. I know that's D2. Um, I looked at um, SUNY Purchase. I looked at SUNY New Paltz. I looked at Manhattanville College. All the colleges that were like more D3, D2 schools, but then I looked at Marist, and Marist was a big option for me because of how beautiful the campus was, but they also had so much to offer. Um, and I was trying to go for a support system that would really help me and vary around college, but they didn't have it as like great at Marist. So when I looked at Iona just kept coming at me with so many things, scholarships, invites to basketball games. I even went to go see Cabaret before I was officially a freshman, and it really took a turn from Iona to Adelphi, actually. I also wanted to mention, too, by the way,
Yeah.
way long ago, I actually looked at a school called Lynn University,
Okay.
which is in Boca Raton, Florida. That was a big consideration of mine, but I didn't go because of the distance and also because I decided to stay more local.
Okay.
And also
To the
for
city, yeah.
many of the seasons. But it was between Iona and Adelphi at the time, and I got into both their support programs.
Good.
And Adelphi offered a very good music program, which I wanted to go into originally because I'm a guitarist. I play music. I play about a good like 5 instruments. Guitar, bass, drums, piano, and I also sing. But I mainly play guitar.
Right.
I'm very good at all the rest of like my instruments, but
Of course.
it all came down to Iona, and Iona welcomed me. I found the community to be to be really cool, and just a very good superior like campus too. So I'm glad I chose this school.
That's
And have
great.
good friends like you, obviously.
Yeah. We're we've become really like we've gotten to know each other really well.
Absolutely.
And yeah, Iona's grateful to have you here.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Of course. I know we've also done on my next question here. We've done outside work, right?
Mhm.
Community service.
Yep.
I would say with mission and ministry. What has that meant to you, and what have you learned from
Wow.
doing that too? I know it's a really tough question.
It's a really good question though.
And for me, I would say it's definitely helping out others around the community. I've been on. Have you been on midnight runs yet?
I actually never did the midnight run, sadly
Okay.
enough. I might do it more next year.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. That's all about gathering food, clothes, water, coffee, uh, toiletry supplies, and handing out to the city. It's an amazing experience as well. But just meeting the people who need it, to get through everyday life. Uh, Very emotional, but it's a very good deed we do. Um, I know I've also, wait, no, you were on the full, was it the Fuller Center or was it the where we built the house?
We went to the house that was
Yeah.
outside of New Rochelle, and it was very snowy, very cold. We were
It was.
helping build up a house that was being renovated, and we put a lot of scaffolding up. We moved a lot of boxes, and we had a lot of people there. I remember Sean brought us with like you, me, Stephanie was there, Vinny was there.
Yep.
The
whole crew.
Basically the whole crew. Yeah, I think Xander went as well.
Xander was there, yeah. And Harry too.
Harry was there.
Yep.
Basically a lot of people, and I just remember that being like the story behind it was so impactful because I think you had to do something like back in the 60s due to like Black History Month, and it was just all around that time period. So that really impacted me because it was definitely something that I was really looking into.
And you've done other opportunities as well.
Yes, I have. I did the fossil fuel march with Connor Murray. I went with.
That was in the city, right?
That was in the city, yes.
Okay.
And what the fossil fuel march was, if anybody doesn't know, It was basically like a march to like raise awareness to like I think stop or like use fossil fuels. And I went with a bunch of kids from Iona at the time, and it was like a little protest march. Everybody was out with like um, suits or like culture clothing. And we all wore Iona stuff. I wore a Nirvana shirt by accident.
Uh,
Funny enough, because I forgot to wear my Iona shirt, and um, after all that, it just really made me impressed on like how many people were there to actually help support,
yeah,
and it meant a lot to me, especially just because I like to see a whole community come together, and that's what a whole bond is about.
would you say that's your most impactful experience?
It was definitely one of them. Yes.
Okay, that's very good.
Thank you.
And you know, you'll continue getting those opportunities.
Absolutely. Yes.
Um, yeah, it's honestly a goal to anyone. Take advantage of your opportunities and get involved, and it will get you far.
Thank
And
you.
in life, in college career, especially here at Iona, a lot of opportunities. Definitely take advantage
I really
of them
appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
for sure, for sure. Um, and then I don't know. Uh, it's pretty not for me. Definitely. Like I said before, definitely get involved. For me, it was totally the mission trips that the Iona Mission Ministry offer. I've been on two now. So Brownsville, Texas was amazing, and then Jamaica took it up to maybe not another level, just a totally different experience, another amazing immersion experience. You immersed in Jamaican culture
Hmm.
and got to experience with neurodiversity, which Tyler, I'm a
Yes.
big
Yes. I know you're. I
believer
know
in.
you're in the club.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, just raising awareness, stuff like that.
Mhm.
Working with different children, it was incredible.
Absolutely. I'm very glad. I saw the pictures too.
You
It
you
looked
liked it?
beautiful. It looked beautiful over there too. Sunny. It was. You guys were like in shorts, weather and
Oh yeah,
stuff.
it was
Yeah.
90 every day.
Yeah. I knew it was hot over there,
It,
but y'all looked like
yeah,
you had a good time, and also helping
yeah, for sure.
those out that were in need of like start of like food or like drinks and everything. So.
And the part I was very nervous about, and I was surprised when we got there. They were very helpful and all,
Mhm.
friendly and all. Yeah, all the communities down in Jamaica, the mustard seed that they do there, the mustard seed runs it.
That's
Um,
amazing.
but yeah, it was my first time out of the country, so that was a very different experience. The flight wasn't that long, but like the whole passport. It was like in Jamaica, you have to go through like four different stations with your passport to actually be accepted in the country. Um, it's it's a long process, but it was totally worth it, honestly.
Absolutely.
Um, I did one. Nah, we didn't get to it yet.
Okay.
What are you involved in on campus
Okay,
overall?
it's a really good question that a lot
Yes.
of people ask. I am a part of the Office of Mission and Ministry as I'm part of the Guild Service Grant.
Hmm.
I'm a part of the freshman. Um, I'm a freshman senator on campus, so I'm a part of the Student Government Association.
And what does that role look like for you?
Big student leadership for me,
Okay.
simply enough to say.
Hmm.
I really and I really enjoy helping those that really want to continue making the school a better place. And I think personally for myself that I took a good leadership role on impacting those to enjoy my community around me.
Hmm.
Um, let's see. I'm also a part of the entrepreneurship club.
Oh.
I am a part of IUTV. I'm also a part of Iona Players. I'm a part of Iona Singers. I'm also in the Iona Pep Band as well. I'm going to be playing guitar for that next semester. I was a drummer. Um, I'm also a part of Young Life Club. I'm a part of Resting Place. And then for next year, I'm gonna try going for the Gale Guide application. I'm gonna try to go into the process of becoming an RA or a campus minister.
Hmm.
And um, as far as I'm aware of, that's really it. Yeah, I'm around everywhere.
That's really
So
good. What does it mean for you to be involved though on campus? Like, have you made certain connections? All that.
I mean, almost everybody knows me on this campus,
There
so
you
I mean,
go. There you
it's a
go.
big part of it.
Yes.
But also like making the friendships that I have now really means so much to me, and I continue to vary that as I continue working with my colleagues in these next now 3 years of college.
There you go. Um, that's amazing. Uh, I did want to also before we're done with today's episode, and I did we could go through it now.
Okay.
I did want to take a few seconds and maybe put in some thought that you don't have to think about it too much.
Okay.
Top three favorite moments at Aona so far.
Oh wow. Now
And
that I've had way too many.
okay, do you want to think about it while I share, or do you want to go first?
No, it's okay. I'll go first.
Okay.
I would say my third favorite moment at Iona. Um, at the top of my mind right now is the the final show for Rent.
Okay.
I really enjoyed that. I was in the ensemble for it, and that whole entire cast meant so much to me. I can't express a show how many times I've laughed, how many times I've bawled my eyes out,
Mm-hmm.
and how many times I've enjoyed working with stage crew and players, and just how much I made an impact to those that I continue still working with to this very day, even still as I'm in Iona Players right now with
Right.
Twelfth Night.
Mm-hmm.
Rent was a very, very deep show to do. It really goes into a lot of stuff that I personally dealt with in the past,
Yeah.
and also a little deep down to what I'm dealing with outside of school today, which I can't really get into over
No, you're
here.
okay. Yeah. Totally.
And that is my favorite show of all time, and I'm very grateful that I did it with the Iona players.
Mm-hmm.
My second favorite moment at the top of my head right now,
Yeah.
Gold Rush game,
Oh,
Iona versus Manhattan.
yeah.
Honestly, I was so excited once that game was happening, and I was not going to leave campus.
No.
I had to do work outside of Iona
Okay.
as a ski. I'm a ski instructor.
You
So,
are.
yep.
Where do you do that?
Wyndham Mountain,
Is that? Oh, that's upstate.
upstate New York. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
In the
okay.
Catskills.
In the castle. Gotcha.
And I was going to the game and still a part of pep band at the time too.
Mhm.
And I remember my orientation leader literally put like yellow makeup onto my cheeks for the Gold Rush game, and then we had like Gold Rush shirts as well. It was awesome. It was an insane game, and Iona won as well
They
against
did.
Manhattan.
That was a great game.
That was like the biggest conference call game, and the biggest game for Iona of all time.
Can I ask you one quick question?
Go ahead, please.
Who was the OL, that orientation leader that did that?
Julian Gabriel.
Oh, okay.
Jules.
You know, I was OL. I worked with all of them, but I was in the that crew. I don't I sort of remember you from that group.
Mm-hmm.
You,
I still had the same locks.
Okay. Were you in?
I was in group 5.
You were
I
in
was
group
with
5.
Jules,
Okay.
and I was with DJ and Zane.
Yes. Do you know, out of the 4 sessions, do you know which one you were?
I was in the first one.
You were in the first.
I was in the very first.
Very first. Okay, I was still getting adjusted by that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, amazing.
Really, also, speaking of orientation, I applied to become one for the summer. I forgot to mention that.
There you go.
Yeah. And then I would say my final favorite moments
Mhm.
of right now. As much as I don't hate to admit it,
Yeah.
today,
There,
Today's my favorite day.
there you go.
Today's my favorite moment.
Awesome.
Solar eclipse day.
And podcast day.
And podcast, yes.
But no, so eclipse for sure. Again, campus very active.
Definitely very
Love
active.
to see it. Great top 3, and
Thank you.
First year here. You probably have some other moments too, but
Absolutely. I mean, there's definitely a lot of honorable moments, but we'll get into that another.
that's fine. That's totally fine. We could discuss that outside.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. I had written down because I always forget. Let me just get this up. I know for sure my number one is mission trips because that is what made me start going and getting involved. That was that was January of 2023. So a little over a year ago, which it seems like 3 years ago. It seems so long ago, believe it or not. It's just been a crazy year since.
Yeah.
But
I get it.
No, for sure. And the second one just gave me the boost of confidence. By that point, I was very nervous. My first mission trip, first time getting involved in anything. Top 3 of I would say that this semester I'll start with definitely the earthquake. It was the first time I even remembered the actual earthquake happening that I got to experience. Um, I don't remember as a little child. I don't remember anything from my first 4 years of my life. Even though I get taught about it, I do not remember. um, Definitely community service is another key one. Just it's also getting involved, but it's also helping out the community and creating for better. Um, just to do the service makes you feel good too. There's so many aspects to community service that are offered and that you get to experience.
Absolutely.
And then seeing Tyler, see money multiple times a day. We've actually bumped into each other a lot every day of the week.
Yep, pretty much, yes.
I didn't see him over the weekend, so I'll definitely say the week. And I've seen you at basketball games on the weekend. That's long past now.
Yeah.
Oh, how was your first set of home games for basketball?
Oh my god. Honestly, Ethan,
I know you like Gold Rush, but
I love the Gold Rush, but the set of basketball games, I barely missed any of the games, home games. I went to almost every single one.
There you go. No, it's one of the top things to do on campus.
Absolutely, yes.
It's such an amazing experience. You got to know. Did you get to know Archie, the guy who speaks? During the
yes, I have. Yes,
okay.
Yes.
He's incredible.
He's a very funny guy. I really like him.
He gets the crowd going too. Very cool guy. I'll go past 3 here. Definitely being on a e-board here at Iona boosted my leadership too. For neurodiversity, I know Tyler knows about Give Grant too. I help out Leonora quite a bit. After meeting her on the Brownsville mission trip, she kind of, I wouldn't say pushed, but she motivated me to get involved with that. We actually have a post out coming today that I made, so if you follow the Give Grant, definitely make sure to see that and give it a like. For sure, you'll definitely see it then. Sam for the Assault Awareness Month. We're posting every Monday and Friday, so our team members, you'll see stuff from them all month long. And just get involved, staying positive through college struggles, which also happen. Test, personal stuff. They're gonna happen. Just make sure you don't let yourself down. Talk it out with professors. Iona has some great professors and are really always looking to talk things out and make the best, for you.
Absolutely. That's my connection with professors all the time. So that really is super beneficial.
For sure. Um, so yeah, I'm just going to. That's that's really um that's really what I wanted to get into, but I'm just gonna quickly run down sports. Tyler, are you into sports at all?
I love sports, yes.
Okay. So we have about 5-10 minutes. We can talk a
Okay.
little bit about it. Have you been watching March Madness?
I have watched a little bit, yes. The last game I watched was Alabama State University versus UConn, and UConn proudly won that game.
I
was
love
super
UConn.
happy. I was
Yes.
super happy about that.
I'm from Connecticut. We have a UConn campus. I always talk about it right in Stanford. Sort of related, but like, always rooting for UConn. I do like the energy of the coach too. But their players, yeah, really
The
put on a
players
show.
are awesome.
Yes. They had a few from last year. 2 players in the NBA now. Pretty cool actually.
Yeah.
At the professional level to see them. Iona, I hope from last year we have a couple of recruits maybe going into the NBA.
I hope we make the March Madness. So I hope for next year.
There you go. You got a few years
Go Gales.
that they can make that happen. So yeah, tonight we got UConn and Purdue.
Purdue, actually, yeah, Purdue's playing.
Zach Edey, right? He gets double doubles, which if you don't know, it's for the viewers, it's rebounds, 10 or more, and 10 or more points, which that's a given for him.
Yeah.
He gets like 20 a game, easily. But yeah, I hope UConn can stop them. Klingon, you got Klingon, right? He's been amazing. He's the center, the tall guy. Always blocking shots, rebounding points.
Yes.
I don't know. You got veterans like Newton. There's so many. There's even rookies that are playing amazing. Castle and Johnson, I think, are their names.
They've had good recruitment since
amazing.
last semester.
And the coaches, the coach is only helping that too, with his energy and the way he coaches. I think it's very positive stuff going on there.
Absolutely.
And I hope to say the same for Iona. Going forward with the team and all.
Tobin Anderson, yeah.
Yeah, Tobin Anderson, very interesting story.
Yes.
Coming from FDU and all. And I would say NBA, we're coming to the end of the season.
Oh, yeah.
Nets, I'm a big fan of Nets, and we're out, so I do not know who to root for now.
I love
the playoffs.
Nets.
You do like the Knicks?
They're my favorite New York team for basketball.
What do you think about their playoff run coming up?
Not too sure about it at the moment right now.
I know Julius Randle's out for the season, unfortunately. Brunson is amazing. You also got Senator Robinson. I think he's back. Very tall guy, block shots all the time, rebounding. I think, if I'm being honest, they can make it past the first round of the playoffs. Really, no matter who they play, you got these teams struggling in the Eastern Conference, like Milwaukee. I think they lost like 3 in a row or something. If you play any of those teams that have lost, multiple in a row by now, you can definitely. I think the Knicks can make a good run at it. And we'll see how it goes from there. There's definitely top teams from past years, definitely looking to make a run as well. Should be a very interesting playoffs. I like the NBA play-in tournament where, the worst teams still get a chance to make the playoffs, unless they're last seed or something like that. The last 5 seeds don't make it, and the top 10 seeds have a chance and making a run at it. For the women's side of college basketball, I saw that South Carolina won, right? They went undefeated this season. They hadn't lost a game even in March Madness, obviously, because they made it all the way, and won the whole thing. They beat Caitlin Clark and uh, Iowa. Iowa.
Yes, they did beat Iowa. I saw that in the Avenue Deli the other day.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. Caitlin Clark's actually a top recruit now, or, entering the WNBA draft, which is a good league in its own. Proud to say Connecticut has a professional sports team when I talk about WNBA and the Connecticut Sun. That's really all we have, though. We have UConn, too.
Oh yeah.
But no, for professional, yeah, that's what we always talk about. We used to have a hockey team in Hartford, the Hartford Whalers, and I
I have heard of the Hartford Whalers.
I don't know why they discontinued that. They may have moved to like mm, I don't know, like the New England area, which is Connecticut, but I don't know whatever happened with that. I do hope we get a sports team in the future down there. Um, yeah, and for um, MLB has been really interesting these first 2 weeks now.
Let's go Yankees.
Go Yankees. Yep. There you go. I guess I can leave it to you, but have you been in on the offense? Like the offense has been really good, right?
It has been really good, actually. We've gotten a lot of points in the last few games.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to see one of the games in May very soon.
Who is it against?
I don't remember the team,
That's
but
okay.
I know I'm going with with a couple of my friends from here.
There you go. It should be good. You always got Judge hitting his home runs.
Juan Soto.
Juan Soto, the big acquisition
Uh-huh.
of the offseason. You got Stan now getting it going. He can be on and off at points. Definitely hitting home runs all the time. You're pitching with Garrett Cole and Stroman and Rodon. I think that's one of the best top three there. Bullpen is good for now. We'll see if they can last the whole season the way they are. Clay Holmes, I think, closer. Um, really solid pitching staff there, and then combined with the bats, I think Yankees can make a good run as well this season. They'll have to compete with teams like the Orioles, Blue Jays, Rays. Maybe not Rays, but they always surprise me. And then you got the who else do you got? Red Sox. I don't think they're going to make a run though.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very impressive division overall though. Yankees look really good. The Mets, not good.
They can do something.
Yeah, always. Bullpen issues. You also got starting pitching's been good. They haven't been able to go too far into games, which is hurting. And then certain pitchers, pitching on certain days that then you get pushed over that you can't use them the next, so that causes problems too. Offense definitely not scoring enough runs. That's where they can use a lot of work because pitching's been pretty solid. They're solid point. Alonso, we'll see if he goes during the trade deadline. And then you got the young guys and Beatty, Alvarez. I think Alvarez is a good young catcher. Bullpen again. Once you use the guys, you can't use them the next day. Really, that's all I have for them. They can use some improvement though. 3-6 record right now. And early in, we'll see where it goes from there. Braves for sure definitely have this division though in the NL East as they've been dominating the past few years. Very young players as well. Yeah, I am actually going to wrap it up there.
All right.
But thank you, Tyler, for coming on today.
Of course, you're welcome, and thank you for having me here.
For sure. Did you have any last things you wanted to mention before we close out?
There's nothing at the top of my mind, so no, just thank you for having me here, and hope to see you guys in another interview of mine.
For sure. No, this was a great episode to do. We will be back next Monday. I will have possibly Leonore from Give Grant. I might do a episode with her next week. And I definitely, if you remember our first episode of the Mosk Pod, we had um, my guy Vincenzo, who I met just on the first mission trip, and then also around campus. Never had a class with him, but he was on the first episode. He's been on 3 other times the past 2 years. So I definitely want to save the last one for him and close out the Moss Pod on a great note. But next week, yes, will be my 30th episode. So that will be a very key milestone. It will be my last, 10th of 10, 20. I do milestones for each. So 10, 20, 30, it will end off on that. Um, but yes, it's been an amazing ride for the Moss Pod. Thank you all for viewing today and, seeing our nice little interaction this past hour. And we hope to see you next week at 4 p.m. Enjoy the weather. I hope you all enjoyed the solar eclipse. Um, and definitely make sure to comment if you want to see more content from me, whether it's anything neurodiversity related, sports related, involvement, whatever it is. I hope to hear from you guys and love you guys as always. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. Peace out, y'all.